Okay, so guys, welcome to the next installment of Wine Buff videos. We haven't had any other wine yet tonight, and we're following up all the wines we didn't have with an Italian wine. By the way, Dave. Oh man. Hi again, and welcome to the next installment of Wine Buff videos. I'm Dave. This is
Richard.
Richard runs the Letterkenny shop in the Wine Buff. We're up in Inishawan.
Although it sounds like Derry.
We're right next to it, so we are.
Excellent.
So anyway, we're just enjoying a few glasses of wine tonight. We had a little bit of food, a little bit of Donegal lamb. We're about to taste an Italian wine here. Richard, you want to tell me a little bit about the old wine? Or?
I'd love to. Villa Ricci is our Amarone producer in the shop. It also produces our Valpolicella. If I'm completely honest, it's a wine that doesn't strike me as something that I would drink personally because, one, it's a real fruit-forward wine, I think, despite the fact that it's dried and racks for quite a while. It's also 1 and 6%. 16% volume.
That's what makes it so awesome.
Should we zoom in on that? I think so. So it's going to be dark and pretty powerful. What time is it now, Dave?
About 1/2 drunk.
It's 20 to 1, and we haven't even started this, so I'll be up quite early, so we'll see how we go. But it's not. I've tried it once, and I'm going to try it again now. And the first time, I'm not too sure how it went down, but this time we'll see how we go. So
the interesting thing about Amarone is that the way that they make it is they harvest the grapes, and a small percentage of the best parcel of the harvest they actually spread out on these. In the old days, it used to be these kind of straw mats, but now they have these big wire mesh mats. They lay the grapes out on to dry. What happens is the grapes start to dry, and the sugars and the fruit all gets intensified and concentrated. So you get a little bit more alcohol. You get a little bit more of like a raisiny prune type quality as well. A lot of times you get a little bit of licorice action going on also. It makes for a big, huge, intense wine, and even the winemakers in the Veneto that make Amarone would tell you that these are not wines to be consumed with food. They're wines to be consumed after a meal.
with passion.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
It's also very good. Very good if you want to grow a bit more hair, because the more Amarone you drink, the more.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll give it a sniff anyway. Is that right, Dave?
Yeah. So I mean, you're getting that big, huge, rich, ripe, real dark, plummy type of fruit, almost like a little bit of a raisiny character. Just extremely rich and dark.
If you can think of any dark fruit and you dry it, you pretty much get what you get in an Amarone. It's to me, it's kind of like a fig or something like that. There,
but the dried fig type of thing. Yeah.
If you think of a red wine and then concentrate it about 50 times, you're kind of getting what you get in Amarone.
Wow. So there's just a huge, explosive intensity on the palate. I mean, the alcohol is apparent, but it's not overwhelming. It's just kind of helps deliver the intensity of that fruit. Like you say, the real dried, rich, kind of sweet fruit character without the residual sugar, but just that sweet, rich fruit. Hugely intense, very dark, very powerful. I couldn't think of any dish that could stand up to this.
It's kind of like, have you ever heard of the word length in a wine? If you can imagine a long jumper, and then you put Amarone beside him, he's going to vault over the stadium and probably about 3 times the length of the Olympic Village. This is pretty much what Amarone is. It's actually gorgeous. It's absolutely fantastic. And
I've always said to a lot of customers, people come in and they ask about the Amarone and they buy it, and I always say that for me, every time I have this wine, it really shows its best after having other wines first. When I have this, if it's the first wine of the night, it's good, it's great. But when I have it after other stuff, it really comes into its own. You get that intensity, you get that power, you get that richness, you get that dark, real depth of fruit. A bit of kind of sweet, kind of. You take some cherries, you put some sugar in them, you put them in a saucepan, and you reduce them down until it gets to like a real, almost like a syrupy type of thing. It's kind of what you get out of this wine.
Yeah, I'll maybe put it more simply. If you're out with the girls and you want to have a dessert, just have this here, and it just seems like having chocolate and ice cream and everything poured into one glass of wine, and you're going to be pretty happy. So
yeah, very good, very good. It's expensive.
It's just a little over €40, but at 12:30 in Donegal, there's nothing better to do. So
yeah, definitely worth it.
I say crack open a bottle, and you're in for a treat.
Guys, thanks for suffering through this one. We always appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.